y'all, APT Jamie here, and today we're going to work on a jar. We're going to make a book to hold my artist trading coins in that I have swapped for. I finally got around to doing it. Well, actually, I was kind of straightening up my die area just ever so slightly. You would never even know that it was straightened up by now. But anywho, and I saw my jars die by Sizzix, and I thought, you know, that would be so cute. I wonder if my artist trading coins would fit that. And it sort of did. I have to cut some stuff down, but that's okay. So anyway, I cut the pages for my signatures there, cut them down for a specific size. Nope, don't remember the measurements. I'm making 3 pages, 3 sheets or whatever, 3 sheets into a signature. I'm folding them together so when I cut the jar, that particular signature will all be the same. I've placed a piece of washi tape down there at the bottom to line that up because I want to keep the fold. Now it's going to round the edges, but I'm still going to have the fold in there, okay? And that's going to be my signatures. I don't know how many signatures I made. I didn't use all of them, but I don't really want to give away too much because this video is like 20-something minutes. Look at that. There's one whole signature. Jars, ball jars, mason jars. I don't know what you want to call them. So we're going to get the part for the lid ready, and I'm going to use that silver tape. I believe it's duct for AC duct tape. You get it from the hardware store. It's not cheap. Okay, you don't use a whole lot at a time. So I die cut that. Y'all didn't need to see that part because there's nothing special about that. Just die cutting it. Just burnishing down the edges a little bit with my bone folder, which is not a real bone. And just gonna see, does that look good? Yeah, that looks just hunky-dory. Let's put some lines in there because you know how the lids of these jars have lines. So I'm just gonna burnish it in with my bone folder. Again, not a real bone. And just doing that a few times. And parts of the video was sped up more than others. What's new? Okay, so there we go. Perfect? No. Love it? Yes. So there we go. And I've already got the cover cut. And that was full straight up. Didn't leave anything to put those edges together. And I was going to use that to bind it. And I'm like, I was going to make an adorable label. Because, you know, it's a mason jar. You put little fabric labels on them sometimes. Well, you cover the lids up with fabric. Whatever. It's my jar, my coins. My choice. So, anywho, I wasn't thinking too far in advance. I know, shocker. But I did know I wanted to adhere or, you know, bind them together with the fabric because I'm going to have the fabric label. Actually, the binding came first. Then I decided about the fabric label. So I'm using a cracker box and, you know, faux chipboard. I'm sanding down the glossiness and just to knock back some of that bright color there. I'm going to try to match my fabric. Now, when I picked this fabric, I just opened up my cabinet over there and I said, now what would look good on a mason jar? And I thought, oh yes, these daisies right here do it. So I just grabbed it. I didn't thumb through and pick out anything, you know. I just kind of grabbed the first thing I thought. And I thought, well, let's just paint our cover to go with those flowers. That's why this part is extra spedded up. More spedded up even. Because this doesn't work out very well. You'll see, and you'll be, oh, Lord, that's a hot mess, APJ. And I'd be like, tell me something, I don't know. So I'm using those stencils. Oh, and there's all the list of ingredients is in the description box below. Click on the word more to see more description. And they're listed even though you will never even see in the finished project. Well, you already saw the thumbnail, so you know it. They don't look nothing like this. I thought, oh, that's a wild looking jar you got going on there, EPG. Clean that stencil up real quick, because I don't know. I felt like it, I guess. So I thought, well, let's just cover it up with green, because that green would cover it at. Not really. It sort of still looks unattractive. It's an unattractive jar. Well, let's just put some white on it. And then I open up my bottle of white and it's all gooey gummy up there at the top. And I'm like, well, that's okay. We'll just put it on there anyway. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I have to cut out more jars? So it ended up being A-okay. You didn't get to see too much of that, but I just smeared the white around there and it melted in with the green and it made a very soothing greenish jar that I really like, and the texture is interesting. I can't say it's heavy texture, but it's still and it's interesting. I did go over both sides the same way, and I did cover both sides with matte medium to get that all sealed up. Now if you want a shiny jar, go over it with gloss varnish. Just saying. Or shoot, you could even emboss it with some UT, ultra thick embossing powder, y'all. I thought about it and I thought, no, not gonna do it. So we're working on our closure, and I'm going to affix the jar lids, because I got one for the front and one for the back, and I'm going to affix them together. Now the aluminum, well, I don't know if it's aluminum, I'm assuming it's aluminum. The metal silver tape there doesn't stick super well on the outside because it's really slick, y'all. So I left the tape off of most of the faux chipboard there because I want to, I want it stuck. I don't want it to just come apart. There are many ways you see. Look at that. They're pretty, y'all. They come out pretty. It's like, and then just gonna have to ignore that green index finger because it stays that way for a while. So here's my little closure thing, and I've got one piece of fabric for the outside and one piece of fabric for the inside. I could have just folded it over, but I like the raw edges, so. And I'm gonna glue it on there. What size is that? I don't know. Looks about right to me. Could have left it bigger, could have made it smaller. It's about right. It's done now. Oh, you guys, this was a process, just saying. So now we're going to glue the color on the inside, the color, the fancy side, to the inside of the jar. Not that you'll be able to see it that much, just a little. But anyway, so there we go. Let that dry. Is it straight? I don't know. It's straight enough. Those match up, so it doesn't matter. Let's stick the label on there. Okay. It needs to say something. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, it needs to say something. So I'm gonna get a piece of my some scrap cardstock, from the signatures there, and I will cut that into an oval shape. And then we're going to stamp on it. Eventually we'll get there. I'm still working on my closure. Put a little bit of that for the inside because I'm like, you're going to see the inside there. And I'm trying to score it some because I don't necessarily want it straight, but yeah. I don't know what to say. It didn't work very good with that. So I just kind of smooshed it around over on my finger and stuff and got it rounded. Okay, so we're going to glue that on the back. Oh, wait, that part you're going to be able to see some of that. Let's put some of this fancy silver paint on there. And that Vivid, Metallics Vivid, in the ingredients below, y'all, is the best silver ever. It doesn't come out looking gray. It looks silver. I have even painted with it on my t-shirts before, and it looks silver on the t-shirts even after they're washed. Just saying. So I'm putting on, my favorite glue. Oh, put that one on the wrong side. So we're just going to stick it on there. We're going to clamp it up. Now for these closers, you could use a button. You could actually, cover that lid part with fabric and then just wrap a rubber band or a hairband around there. How cute would that be? And my finished project, it will stand up. You got to kind of balance it. It'll stand up. I didn't take any pictures that way, but it'll stand up. So now we're going to make our label, and it's just going to say coins. The first set of alphabet I was going to use was way too big, y'all. Just a little too big. So we're just going to go with the smaller size. And when you're stamping out and you want it sort of balanced, you start with the middle letter and work towards the back and work towards the front, which is why you need to know how to spell your words. Sometimes you have to write it down over there so you can see what you're spelling. Just saying, because, sometimes. And I got the piece of washi tape on there y'all saw me fiddling with, because that's just going to be mostly sort of a straightish line. Just saying, because, yeah, sort of straightish. So it's coins, and I'm just like, that's just all I'm going to put on there is coins. Even though technically if you were hiding some coins in a jar, like people sometimes do, you wouldn't label it coins because you wouldn't want anybody to know that's what's in there. But I felt like putting it on there, so that's what I did. Do yours your way. You don't have to make a special little book to put your artist trading coins in. They fit, because they're 2.5-inch circles. They fit perfectly in a regular artist trading coin sleeve. The 9-pocket sleeves. They fit in there just fine. Okay? I wanted something special. I'm a special girl that way. I'm special, y'all. I think you're aware of that. Anyway, so now we're getting ready to put this so that it fits on the front, mostly, sort of. So I'm sliding it around, and I'm going to clamp it up. I'm not gluing it to the front, y'all. This is just the closure. So I've got all these sleeves. Now, y'all remember a couple years ago when Hobby Lobby had their big giant clearance. They clearanced out the sleeves they had. Do they still have them? I don't know. You find them with the baseball cards, swapping stuff, and likewise for the 9-pocket sleeves, because that's what they're originally were for. We just used them for art purposes because we as mixed media artists, everything is fair game for our use. Now they're very slippery slidery, so I kind of had a hard time. They're not perfectly cut either. Make sure when you're trimming them down, if you're going to do this, make sure you trim the open side and not the closed side. Otherwise it won't be closed. It'll just be open all the way through. So I'm doing this because the full pocket will not fit on the jar without sticking out overly much. Okay, so here's our signature. Remember, these three go together because they were cut at the same time, so I want to make sure I keep those three together. And I'm going to use this ATG, which is an advanced tape gun glider. It has the permanent adhesive in there. I know y'all saying, why don't you just use it on a roll? Just hang with me and you'll see. I'll show you why. I'll show you why. So I'm picking off some loose ends because, it's loose ends. And I'm mostly putting it on there. That works really well. Do I give you a close-up yet? I don't know. I'll show you a close-up sooner or later somewhere along the lines. And I keep doing this. And this took a really long time because it's really hard to hold that little plastic sleeve because it's kind of slickery. I mean, a long time. I won't say how long. Take my word for it. Okay, y'all? Not a fast project. So I'm getting faster at it. And I thought, well, okay, maybe we'll try our double-sided tape on a roll. I'll get there. I'm telling you well in advance, so get prepared. Be prepared. See, you can't even see it. That advanced tape gun glider, and that's Scotch double-sided tape that's in there. So let's try the roll because it's probably faster. And I'm like, yeah, that is faster. Bear with me, y'all. I know. Just bear with me. Pulling off the release paper. And I did a couple little ones like this, and I thought, I'm fixing to show you. Sticking it down. Can y'all still see that line? Because I can see that line, and that really bothered me. Look at that line. It bothered me. Why did it bother me? I don't know. You could probably try using glossy accents too, or not. So I like the regular advanced tape gun glider, so that's what I'm going to use for all remaining pockets. Well, let's stick a card in there and see if it goes any better. Easier with a card in the pocket. It gives something for the little pouch to not flibble flobble wobble wibble around on. So that one goes faster. Oh, it goes faster like that. So the pockets fit on there. I am not lining them up perfectly, but sometimes you get a little corner sticking out. I'm just trimming them off. These corners are not going to fall out of there. These are not airtight. These are not, well, they're collectibles, but they're not, $1 million baseball card. Just saying. Well, maybe mine will be one day. Could happen. So we're going to sew our signature in. We've got all our outside cover is nice and dry. I did not make a template. Could have, probably should have, didn't. By this time, I'm getting tired of taping those slickery pockets on there, y'all. Just saying. That's so true. I think I show you 3, but I ended up with like 4 signatures. So, because the plan was to put 2 kind of close to the cover and then 1 in the middle, and I thought it looked too roomy, so I added another one, and it would have been fine with just 3. I end up with like having, what was that, like, I don't know, several, almost 50 sleeves in this, y'all, because it's, front and back, front and back. Now we're just pamphlet stitching it, okay? You want to see a good pamphlet stitch video, go see Barb Owen. If I remember, I'll add a link to it. She's got the bestest pamphlet stitch video, okay? I just pretend to know what I'm doing sometimes. I'm cutting it real short because I didn't necessarily want to put any ends on it. I did not punch through the fabric because it's fabric and my needle will just slide right through there. Now, once again, these slickery pockets are kind of, playing havoc with putting these signatures in because they slip sliding all over the place. Oh, that's really fast. Well, I had to hurry it up because I had like 2 hours of film. Just saying. It was fiddly and took a while. Yep, I want another signature. So, anywho, slickery, slidering, because I want it to be sort of balanced and all that good junk. The normal stuff. There will be a short flip through at the end, y'all. Then a photo montage. That's my Uline catalog in the background. It's great for gluing so that you don't get too much glue on the back of your stuff, and for poking holes and junk like that. So now we're going to add our fastener for the closure, and I'm just going to use Velcro dot. These came from the Dollar Tree, y'all. $1 for, I don't know, a bunch of them. So just to make sure it stuck really well, I'm going to put a little of my favorite glues on there. Aleene's original tacky glue. Not sure why I slowed this part down so much, but I did. We've got a couple minutes left in the video, so just hang in there, y'all. Smooshing it down. Now you notice most of that is on the inside of the lid, which is painted silver. It's not covered in the silver tape, so it should stay pretty good and stuck to that. And then we're going to put the dot on the front of the jar, which I had made a teeny tiny pencil line. If you can see that little spot there, which you probably could. Smoosh it down, and then I'm going to add my clamps to that and let it dry for a while. Dry enough. So now it's dry enough. Look, it's so cute. I'm so stinking happy with it. So here's our little flip through. I've added some coin. That's the first coin I ever made. and that's from Alice, and I better not say Golda, and Monique, and Karen, and Sam, and oh, look at that. Where's the other ones? Well, since then, I've found a couple more in the studio, which I've added. So I'll put them all in one way, and then when that gets full, we'll flip the book over and go the other way. But if you should perhaps be interested in trading an artist trading coin with me, pop me an email and we'll talk about it. Okay, y'all? So here's my book. Photo montage. It was quite a project. Will I ever make another one? I don't know. It took a while, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you, your valuable time, your kind comments, your likes, your subscriptions. If you've not done so, please subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.